Design your world with the TYM sweepstakes. We're celebrating our 20th anniversary in the U.S. with a chance to win one of 2 TYM 3515 hydrostatic tractors. Share your story of how you'd use your brand new TYM tractor on your property for a chance to win. Snap a pic or short video of your yard, field, or project. Describe how you'd use the versatile, shiny red TYM 3515 hydrostatic tractor. Register and upload it at the link provided in the video description. Want extra entries? Share on LinkedIn. Keep up with the giveaway by following TYM on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Joe, welcome back,
Tony?
buddy.
You weren't expecting me, were you?
Yeah, my boy Joe here went off on a hunting trip, and we didn't know if he's going to make it back in time. But don't you guys worry. We still got Wade on here. He'll be on in just a minute. But,
absolutely. I'm kind of excited. I was going to take the night off, and I was going to say, you know what, man?
Was it
maybe
crying and gnashing of teeth? I mean, like,
yeah. I mean, I
suck at this. You got to help me out, man.
Yeah, I had a pillow and a tissue and everything, but I just figured I was like, you know what, I'm home, so I want to see everybody. Plus, as I told you, we talked on the phone earlier. Actually, while I was heading to Kentucky, and I said, man, I really want to be on this one with Lucas because I love Lucas's channel and I'm a big fan of what he's doing. And even if I'm just a casual observer, I would like to hear the conversation, just ask some questions, get to know Lucas better. So
yeah, we even talked about it. It was to the point where you were gonna like try to live stream from the deer stand. That was I would have loved to do that, but
yep, that would have been cool.
Tell us real quick about your trip, man. You got interesting stuff going on.
I do, man. It was a lot of fun. There's the same group that if y'all watch the stream we did with George, you know, he started Salt River Outfitters, and I was friends with George before I ever went there. And he asked me one time, like, hey, you want to come down here? So I've been going there for 5 years now. And there's a lot of return people. They call it the family reunion. So it's just like going to see new friends or old friends, get to do a bunch of cool stuff, see different, lots of world-class animals, but also different setups, learning from, different people that really know more about hunting than anyone. And my first night went up at the stand. I was after a deer, and I had a big slice of humble pie, and I didn't miss. I shot the wrong deer. Ooh. So yeah. So in Tennessee, it's a trophy. In Kentucky, I got some ribbing, but it's a real pretty 8-point. There's nothing. I really should have been patient, but I think that where it's humble, it humbled me is that my eyesight isn't what it used to be, especially dark.
Right.
And man, it was illegal, so we don't have to go there. But it was just, I thought I saw something I didn't. Smoked him, recovered him, and I said, "Who shot that one?" So,
there you go.
And
tell us about your ride.
Yeah, I did a little short, man. So as a lot of folks know, we have some power sports partners, and Massimo is one of them. And Massimo is coming out. It should be a dealer's now with a 1,000 cc machine. It's a big machine, and this one's different because it's made by Taiwan Golden Bee, which is a really well-known company overseas. Yeah, it's a Taiwanese machine, but Argo has one called the Magnum. TGB has one. I can't remember what theirs is called. And then Massimo has this one, which is basically private labeled with Massimo's accessories and everything on there. But it is bad. It is bad to the bone. It is.
You sent me a picture. Let me show it to him.
Yeah.
That dude is awesome. So
I'm telling you,
he let me hear it.
You could fit 3 of me in that thing. I mean, it is.
And that's saying something, dude. You're like 6'5", right? I'm
a little bit over 5'9". We've had this discussion.
He's 6'5", and
I'm not 6'5". I'm probably about 6'4".
His shoulders are two people wide.
Southwest would call me a customer of size.
There you go. South customer.
No, this is a massive machine, and it'll tow 2,500 pounds.
That's more than my SUV, man.
I know. You could put 1,000 pounds in the bed of this thing. So again, I'm not here to sell anybody anything. You guys know that about me. Like
it's just fun. I'm just excited about it. I love that stuff.
I am too, man. I love tinkering, and my job is to show the machine, have fun with it, and beat it up and see where it could be better.
So you took it out on a deer hunt, the very first thing out the door.
Yeah. So I hauled it down. It was delivered on Thursday. I put it on the trailer on Friday, hauled it to deer camp, and that's what we put about 20 miles on it, which doesn't sound like much, but that's a lot. These are hard. These are pretty hard miles.
Yeah.
So had a great time.
Let's talk about Wade. We got our buddy Wade come on now. I'll give a little background on Wade.
Well, real quick, hold on. What have you been up to? Tell us what you've been up to.
Well, to be honest with you, I ain't done nothing this week. I threw my back out, so I've been laying on the floor, and I'm getting to the point now that I'm pretty well recovered. I'll leave out here. Let's see, Friday I fly to Maine, and we're going to go to SR1's tractor or equipment. They're calling their equipment show this year. Used to be the tractor. They call it Tractor Days, but it's the coolest place. You actually get to ride on the equipment, and they have dozers, they have loaders, excavators, mini X's, tractors of all, and you can get on them and actually scoop dirt. It's a pretty amazing dealer. They become really good friends of ours, and they invite us there each year. And so we're heading up there on Friday, and I'll say Tanya's not going this year. I'll be myself up there by myself, so I'll have to have some chaperones up there, I imagine. But we'll be Saturday and Sunday, all day Saturday and Sunday, and I'll be out there meeting and greeting, and I'm gonna be riding tractors and making video. I'm gonna get on some of the mini X's. I'm telling you, they're pretty.
Oh yeah.
Pretty awesome. So that's what I'm doing.
It.
And other than that, I'm just blessed by God Almighty that the pain has subsided in my back, because I was literally down. And
yeah, it's hard, man. And it reminds you, we talk about all this equipment, and a lot of the folks that watch this stream, I think we're all just the exact same thing. We say it's campfire chat, right? We love sitting around a campfire, talk about machines, because as we're getting older, we want to keep doing the things we're doing, and you transfer your labor onto the machine if you can. And that's what's so nice about it. And, man, you got to listen to your body, man. Heal up and get back out there, man. Not everybody at your age is as ripped as you are.
Listen, I'm telling you, you got to take them to the gun show once in a while, huh?
Once in a while. Give the fans what they want. So.
Yeah. I hear that Mr. Lucas is the reigning champion of arm wrestling in his local area. We'll talk about that later.
That.
But you're talking about loving machines, and that's what I want to bring Wade on here. We met Wade at the tractor show last year, and just fell in love with the dude. He's a good Christian guy, first and foremost. But on top of that, I don't believe I've ever found anyone with more zest for tractors than this guy. He just absolutely loves them, and he has been such a good friend to me, as far as like we manage the compact TYM tractor page, and Lucas, I asked him if he would help me with that page, because we're doing social media and there's so many things going on, and he has just stepped up and has really helped manage that page, and he does it with such a good heart. That's so. Anyway,
well, I think it's fun to bring somebody who's watched the stream and let him kind of be part of it, which is cool.
Well, and I told him, I said, I'm filling you out, man, because Joe may not come again. I need a backup co-host. Let's fill him out, see what he's doing. So
you never know.
So he said, I see him. I'm gonna bring him on here. He is grinning ear to ear.
Spicer Designs is on here too. Hey, I sent you something, a message saying DM me. You never did, so you need to DM me, Spicer Design.
Yeah. Wade, welcome, brother.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Wade?
How y'all doing?
Look at it. Look at his studio, man.
Look at the TYM thing up there too, man.
I know it.
Yeah.
Big TYM banner in the background. I love it, dude.
Yeah.
So we met Wade again last year. I think you met him last year too at the show.
Yeah, the Equip Expo. It was,
and he
that was the National Farm Machinery Show. That was in February,
Farm
right?
Machinery Show.
Yeah.
Right.
National Farm Machinery Show. But he just won us over, all of us. We, like I said, I never run across anybody else with such zest for life and for tractors. And but just glad to have you on board, man. And just while we got at this point, we got a giveaway coming out, and so I need you guys. Tunnel, I'm gonna show you what I've got, and then Wade's gonna show you what he's got. We've got a cool hat. It's got a little bing bang on the front of it, and it says "Defend Freedom" on the back. And then
what is that? A golf club? What is that? A golf club or something on the front of that hat?
Yeah, it's a golf club. Yes, definitely a golf club.
Deer camera.
It's not black. It's white.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then this is dear and near to my heart. It's something I give to every month. It's Tunnel to Towers Foundation. It helps people with disabilities through service-connected injuries, both military and police firefighters. It helps them with housing, special needs housing, and it gets me choked up a little bit to talk about this, because it rings true to me. So
yeah, it's a great organization.
I'm going to give this away, and if you guys just encourage you guys to look up Tunnels to Towers Foundation, and they are so good about their money. They're like one of the top rated charity things you can do. They don't waste the money. the money goes to where it's supposed to go. So,
We need to say hi to some people also, Tony.
Yeah. Well, we'll let Wade show me what he's got.
Okay.
Well, why don't we ease into this? We're just like, don't you know how to bury the lead? I mean, this is like a news story.
All right. You hold up, man.
Right at first, like Kevin Fee is going to stop watching. He's not going to enjoy this anymore because he's an incentive.
He's here every week. And
have you gotten your food plot seed yet, Kevin? All right. So who's your handyman? Kevin Fee. Tap That Sugar Shack is here.
Yep, Southern Girl. She's here every
Southern Girl.
Yep.
Bonnie Grove Homestead. Brad's here. He's just here to give Lucas a hard time.
That's a fact.
Rusty Garage and Homestead. What's up, my friend? He actually is a great supporter of all of our channels, and he is cranking content out, man. He's doing it, and I want you to. I see you. How hard you're working, man. Like, you're doing a great job on that. So if you guys haven't checked out his channel, the Rusty Garage and Homestead, it's a good channel.
Yep. Quick thing, Wade, we forgot to mention his YouTube channel. He is a fledgling YouTube channel, the Bean River Valley, and he's got tractor stuff, and it's very interesting. He does his videos very well. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with for sure. And he also,
hopefully,
no, there's no doubt. You got talent, dude. Look at your studio. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm going to say, wait, I'm going to tell you what my football coach used to tell me. He'd say, it's not about how good you play, it's how good you look playing.
That's a fact there.
That's all that matters.
Okay, we got the Brock out here.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's up, Brock?
Need a fourth. Absolutely.
He's about to come in. He's about to come in.
About to come in. Let's see.
All right, Bob Purrs, Luxury Logs, Anthony Wallace.
I shipped Bob his hat today.
Awesome.
I think it was, or did he get? I shipped whoever got the hat, and I got whoever got the seed. I got the address to the right place.
Spicer Designs, also excellent channel. He and I watch his channels a lot, and he's super entertaining. But he sent me a DM on the Greenworks go-kart, and I'll tell you right now, we brought. I had two of the Greenworks mini bikes. They sent me two of them, and I brought one of them up to Kentucky to let those boys have it at the deer camp up there to use. And I'm telling you right now, there's a Bluetooth speaker in that thing, and one of the funnest games in the world is everybody sits around and someone takes a lap on it, and everybody gets to pick a song that they have to take the lap to. There's some colorful songs going on. So, I mean, It's Raining Men came on. Let's see what.
That's so funny.
Deer camp could be a rough place, but anyway.
I want to say that I threw that comment up there. That that touches me right there. I want y'all to know that means a lot to me. Somebody believes in me enough to trust me. And we always say this every video, but I'm gonna have a lot to answer for when I go to heaven. But lying about a tractor ain't gonna be one of them.
Yep.
And so that means a lot to me. That comment there. Appreciate you.
Hey, the same thing for me though. You did a video with Phil at Small Farm Innovations.
And he's a cool dude. I like Phil.
He's a smart guy, and he will stop whatever he's doing to help you. I mean, like I needed some help, and I got a phone call at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning one Saturday. I had sent him an email, and he just called me, and he helped me out. I couldn't figure out how to get the creep gear to work on my T654. And so, but that video you did with him, that was one of the videos that kind of really helped me, decide on that tractor.
Yeah, I got to do a whole bunch of videos with Phil. He was there for all the videos we did, and he was basically our technical advisor. And that cat knows stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're already about 13 minutes in, and that means we got 45 minutes before the debate comes on. And I know a bunch of us are going to watch that.
What debate?
There's a debate, and we know there's a presidential debate tonight. If you're not sure, happens at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. I think that's 9 o'clock for those Eastern people. And
wasn't it a red versus orange tractor debate?
Something like that. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, red versus orange.
Yeah. Speaking of which, so we've got some. It's 3-on-1 here, guys.
Yep.
Right now Lucas has an orange tractor, but see how long that goes.
Yeah. Well, the subject tonight started out now. Obviously, like everything, our streams go down rabbit holes, and that's okay. But we'll take a left turn to Albuquerque and a New York second. And
sorry about that, guys.
Yeah. But anyway, we kind of wanted to start this out by talking about the mistakes we made when we first started homesteading. And there's so many ways to look at this because there's a lot of new homesteaders out there, And just like people are buying tractors because they watch our content and they believe in us, and that means more than you guys will ever know. There's another one right there that just means the world to me. And then I'm trying to get all these up here that people. If you call me out, man, I kind of got to push that up there. I know I have to, but anyway, I appreciate that so much. But let's use that platform to talk about mistakes we made with our homesteads, because everybody here has a homestead. So I think without further ado, we need to show Lucas this little clip and bring him on. Y'all cool with that? You got anything else to add before we move over?
No, let's get Lucas in here.
Yeah, we got to move this show along pretty good, because I don't want to hold up anybody from the debate. We'll generally run an hour and a half if we don't keep a watch on our time. So here's a little thing that Lucas put together, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then we'll bring him home right after that.
Well, hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome to Peaks Peak. My name's Lucas. We're sharing our hobbies here on 38 acres in eastern Kentucky. We love building projects, and we love running our tractor. And most recently, we love running our sawmill, and we're using it to build all kinds of projects, including the shed that it's stored in and other equipment sheds that are yet to come. We always have all kinds of exciting projects going on, and we hope you'll join us in getting outside and enjoying God's creation, because it's beautiful out there. Y'all have a good day.
Hey, man, welcome, Lucas. I got to find you.
Hey, guys.
Even his bumper reel's good.
I know it. It's just
I mean,
Hey, so I want to start with something, if you guys will permit me. If you noticed at the end of that clip, I close out all of my videos saying, get outside and enjoy God's creation, because it's beautiful out there. Absolutely. And I just wanted to share the verse that I based that on. Psalm 19:1 says, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. And that's kind of what guides what I do every day. So I just kind of wanted to open with that.
Love it. Love it. Yep. Always room for God in here, man. Let me get my comment section back up over here. We got some few more people in here. Guys, if we hadn't said anything to you, sorry, the comments are moving pretty quick. Got some. I love that too, though.
Lucas, how long have you been doing videos? Like how old's your channel?
About 3, probably going on 4 years here before too long. Yeah.
But first off, welcome. I don't think we actually welcomed you here. So
welcome, Lucas. I'm sorry.
Excited to be here.
We are.
Wade still hasn't welcomed you, but that's fine. Wade's new. He's still learning.
Wade's new. We're breaking him in. He's still in the B team right now, but he's going to get there.
Oh yeah, it's hard to get a word in on this channel though.
Trust me, I know. Wait till Joe gets going.
What's up, Lucas? How are you doing, man?
Hey, Wade. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. We talk all the time on Messenger. So
yes. So I got a funny story to tell about Wade. I met Wade at the National Farm Machinery Show, and I was standing in the John Deere booth talking to Tractor Time with Tim and Brock, and Wade walks up, and of course, I'm little guy, so I just assume Wade's standing there waiting to talk to those guys, and I kind of step back, and then he reaches out and shakes my hand. He said, I wanted to come over and meet you. I watch your channel. And I was kind of shocked. Somebody watches my channel instead of those guys, or along with those guys. But anyway, I thought that was awesome.
I watch your channel, dude. I've got Sawmill Shack Envy.
You have a smooth delivery, man. It's I think a lot of people on YouTube are trying to do this whole like quick content thing. But you definitely, like, when I watch some videos that's great with, but when I watch your videos, I really kind of like settle in, and it's like, it's relaxing. It's entertainment, but it's also edutainment, right? Didn't we come up with that term a little while ago?
I'll give you that one. I'll let you coin it.
Appreciate it.
So
probably stole it, but
I the way I found Lucas was man, I was sitting there one day and I come across a video. I was just had this idea. I was like, man, I'm gonna get me a welder. I need to weld. I need to know how to weld. So I got on there one day, and here's this guy with this BX Kubota, and he's welding something on the back of his 3-point arms. And I'm like, what's he doing with that thing? And he's getting over there welding on there, and he starts dropping his pins in this. He welded this little hooks on the back to drop his pins in. And he was like, man, if I can weld, anybody can weld. And I was like, I looked at his welds and I went, yeah, if he can weld, anybody can weld. Maybe I can get a welder.
Listen, I'm a smelter.
Anyway, I bought me a welder, man. I bought me a welder after that. And So, and I've been going at it. Little,
That's how we all, yeah, we start like that.
stick welding. So, yeah, man, I love it. It's one of my favorite things now.
I'm a melter. I just melt it together, and it seems to hold.
I need a welder. I don't know anything about welding, and I've always had friends that had a welder, or they could put something together for me real quick. So I'd love to get a welder at some point. I need a recommendation on what I need to get.
Oh man, everybody, every guy, well, when I say guys, everybody should get a welder. If you were into any
Plasma
kind of
cutter
or making,
that's what I was going to say. And then a plasma cutter, and then you need a bandsaw, and then you need a bandsaw table to go in your vise, because it just one thing builds on another. But you
absolutely, and I ended up with all that stuff.
Kevin B said duct tape,
a mill,
duct tape, the redneck welder.
Did I ever tell you guys the story about I know I told Joe, but I don't think I ever told it on this channel, about me getting a lathe. So I had a knee replacement, and my wife was in charge of doing the medication. It can be pretty painful. So I get this, she puts me to bed the day of the surgery, and I get this, this pill. She gives the pill to me. I go to bed, go to sleep. Well, in the middle of the night, I'm over 50. I had to get up and go do my thing in the middle of the night. And she is startled. She'd been up taking care of me for, hours and hours. She was tired. And she goes, "Is it time for another pill?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Yes, it is." So she gives me an extra pill. Well, next thing you know, I'm zonked out in the kitchen or in the living room, and I don't remember none of this. But 2 weeks later, I get a phone call, and it's this guy from Grizzly Tools going, "Sir, are you Tony?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "We're getting ready to ship your metal, your mill." And I'm like, "Mill?" He says, "Yeah, you ordered a 3-phase mill." I said, "Man, we ain't even got 3-phase electricity here." And he's like, "Well, you ordered a mill and a lathe." And I was like, "Dude, we got to cancel this." I said, "I don't know anything about this." I said, I don't know what happened. Well, when you go back into the research, we figure out that night I ordered I don't know what I was thinking, but I ordered a 3-phase end mill and a metal lathe. However, the metal lathe had already shipped, and I'm the proud owner of a metal lathe now for the last about 4 years.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, back to our
I'm sorry, I had to tell that
story. Lucas, you told us you recently you had to show someone what old man strength was.
Oh yeah, I was talking about that.
You want to tell us that story?
You're kind of a legend.
Yeah. So of course, if you follow my channel, my daughter got married over the weekend, and so we had a lot of family in. And my nephew, he's 25, and he comes in and he said, "Before I go home, man, we got to arm wrestle." He said, "I finally beat my dad, and so he said I kind of want to be champion of the family, and I think I need to take you out to do that." And I kind of put it off because I really expected to get beat, Yeah,
the peaks are known for that.
Yeah. So finally, last night he was here. We tore into it, and I got him. The old man strength won. So
that's right.
That's awesome.
Still
dude.
the peak family champion for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Man.
You give him the old Charlie Daniels line. Just come on back if you ever want to try again.
I felt a little bit like Sylvester Stallone and Over the Top.
Oh yeah.
Turn my hat around and.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to psych him out first, man. That's all it's all about, getting their head.
So what's it like having is that your only daughter, or do you have more than one?
That's my only daughter. So okay. I only have Caden, my 10-year-old son, left at home. My oldest two are married.
So oldest two are son and daughter?
Yes, son and daughter.
I have two daughters.
Actually, they both still live on the farm. So,
awesome.
My son moved in and took my cow pasture, and my daughter has an apartment. So,
awesome.
Everybody's still here, which is awesome. But,
yeah, that is cool. Yeah, I've got two daughters. They're 15 and 13, and I dread that day. So we actually, something's kind of interesting my wife and I have done since they were babies is we pray for their spouses now.
Yeah,
because they don't even know who they are yet,
right.
potentially. But they're out there somewhere, and you just got to pray they're doing the right thing, and they grow up to be good people. My son, one day, we're raising him to be someone's husband. So it's it's a tall order.
My son-in-law came to me when he asked permission to marry my daughter, and he's kind of bashful and a little quiet. And he said, "Well, I guess you know what I'm about to ask you." And I said, "I have one question for you." And I said, that is, do you intend to live the rest of your life for Jesus Christ? And he said, "Yes, sir." And I said, "Then you're an answer to prayers."
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's amazing. I got chills when you said that, man. That's awesome.
Hey, let me. I got to do some housework here. We're going to be giving away the gifts. I don't just if you guys hadn't seen it, we got a nice hat. It's a little picture of a bing bang on it, and it says "Defend Freedom." And then Tunnel to Tower. Again, this is one of the things I'm real a big supporter of. I love that foundation. They really help our veterans, and not only just military veterans, but service members and police and first responders. They help them with like severe injuries and getting houses that fit their injuries. So the house actually is built around their needs, and that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that's one thing. And then if you want to do it, I'm gonna go ahead and put it down here. It's a giveaway, so you just gotta go down there and type in. Let's see, let me get my little type in thing going.
Is it lowercase or is it uppercase?
All lowercase. It'll be hashtag T2T. There it is.
All right, I put it up there to give you guys an example so you can see it. Yeah, Tony did too.
Yeah. So it's all right. Hashtag T2T, and also little house. We didn't really talk about it. This is Lucas from Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, I promise you'll like. If you like my channel or Joe's channel,
Lucas is way better. It's way better.
I don't even say that, but he is pretty daggone good. He's entertaining. I love it, but it's just such a good watch. He got into sawmilling, and that's he's a man after my own heart, and I really have sawmill shed envy. He has a very nice sawmill shed now, and I still have not gotten any further because I decided to throw my back out. But I'm going to get there.
How do you find the time to get all this stuff done, Lucas? Because I mean, that's the
I go nonstop. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I get up early. I work a pretty early shift at work. And then I get home and I spend all afternoon, and then I come in and I start editing, and it's daylight to dark, but it's
I know one way you get things done.
That's right. So my wife and daughter have a coffee shop, and we opened that little over a year ago, and they're doing fantastic, and they have the best coffee in the business.
Lucas was kind enough to send me some, and I'm actually like parceling it out because it's lights out, and I love coffee. I'm a big.
What am I like? Chopped liver? Wait, I don't drink coffee. Never mind.
That's why you didn't get coffee. Wade, do you drink coffee?
With dessert.
What?
I'm a dessert coffee drinker. I don't drink it to stay awake.
I'll be honest. As hot as it's been this year, Lucas, your coffee on ice is phenomenal. So good.
Yeah, usually in the summer at the shop, I get iced coffees, and Brad makes fun of me because I actually get iced coffee with oat milk, and he said, "Man, I didn't know you had a man bun."
I use almond milk, so you're in good company.
Hey,
Brad's going to give anyone a hard time.
Coffee. That's what I call it.
When Lucas said that, he sent me some stickers, and I'm going to put these on my cooler, and I haven't done it yet.
Lucas sent you stickers, and I had to buy one from
coffee.
Coffee, and I had to buy.
Asked me, I would have given you one.
Yeah, well, I've been to your house. I didn't see one. Wasn't offered.
I put you to work. That's why.
That's right. That's a bag. Love it.
Yeah. So how'd your daughters get into coffee?
Well, my wife and I have actually roasted coffee beans for 15 years just for fun. It's kind of a hobby we did on the side, and we kind of tweaked that and got it to where we felt like we had the best roast that you could find. And my daughter, her first job was at a coffee shop, and she loved it. And she said her dream was to own her own coffee shop. And we just decided, hey, let's just make it happen.
I love it.
That's awesome. Tap that Sugar Shack. Buddy, you have no idea the past 4 days when I've been at deer camp, how many people have said, you can't milk an almond. I'm like, well, you get older, you get a little lactose intolerant. I'm happy to put real milk in there, but y'all are going to prefer that I have some.
Yeah, put a bunch of guys in a small room together. You might
exactly
not
right.
prefer it anymore.
That's right.
High protein diet and all that. Heck yeah.
So Lucas, why is Brad so hard on you?
We're buddies. We've been at this kind of together. We both started, our channels pretty close to the same time, and it's friendly competition. And lately, he's been beating me pretty bad. So my self-esteem's kind of taking a shot. But that's just kind of how we roll. And I don't leave him any slack either.
Yeah, well, that's good, man. Iron sharpens iron. We know that.
Yeah. I love that. Kevin, he is our kind of people. I'm just saying. Almond milk, because no one can say nut juice with straight cakes.
That's pretty good.
Oh my goodness! I'm sorry.
Hey, Kevin, I want to remind you, this is a campfire, but it's a family campfire.
Right.
I'm just messing with them.
I missed one there. You know how the farmer found his wife? He tractored her down. I love it. So I don't know if you've watched any of these, Lucas, before, but we started out doing stupid jokes. And,
yeah.
And I kind of quit doing it, but our group is so loyal, and they never let me down. We've always got some good ones.
Yeah,
I like it.
Hey, let's talk a little bit about what we got here to talk about. I love talking about all of it, but I'd like to ask you the question that I presented to you earlier. Is you're a homesteader, you're doing it, man. For real, you're doing it. Or as we say around here, for reals. If you had to do it all over again, what mistakes have you made as a homesteader?
Well, I'll tell you.
Listen, we've only got 30 minutes, man.
Right. Well, I'll make it quick, but honestly, the biggest mistake that I made was trying to start with all the animals. So here's the thing. I got on YouTube because when I moved here, I thought I want to raise chickens and goats and cows and the whole works. And I found Daniel Arms. And so, he's kind of my hero. And he was doing the goat thing. And I thought, I'm going to get all these animals. And I didn't have any fences, nothing. So I start just kind of throwing stuff together. Well, I live on a pretty main highway, pretty close to the highway. And I figured out pretty quick that free range chickens don't work because they end up in the road and you got school buses slamming on their brakes and everything else. So
a bunch of crying kids.
A chicken pen, try to get them in, and then they fly out. So then I start clipping wings and they still get out. Just all of these little hurdles because I live close to this highway. And kind of the last straw was I got a call from the Dollar General, which is just across the road from the farm, that my goat walked through the front doors. And I decided I'm going to have to scale back on the animals until I can put some fencing up on the hill further away from the highway because people are talking about me.
Yeah.
Joe, what about you, man?
I mean, I think the biggest mistake, I did a video not too long ago about, I think it was like the mistakes you're going to make buying a tractor. And those are all the things, I think buying the machine, I made a lot of mistakes, but really I have a tendency to go really, really big too fast. Right. Like, I bought, I bought a tractor and then I bought some antique implements because I'm just going to save money and I'll just get this, this 2-disc plow and, I'll get this, this 8-foot disc, and they're old, but they still worked. In the video I just did had a big cultipacker that's probably 60 years old, and some of them are junk, like some don't work at all for anything we do. But the cultipacker works great. So I've got to get rid of some stuff. And honestly, man, like I think getting to the place where you're just constantly replacing, fixing, like constantly, budgeting time while I'm raising 3 kids that are all under 18 and still in school and still a husband, like priorities, man. I think that's the biggest thing is I get obsessed about getting a project done. Like Lucas, when I said to you about building like the sawmill shed and some of the stuff you've done, in my nature, like I'll just stay out there till it's done, even if it takes 4 days, and I'll work myself stupid. And then no one's winning in that scenario, and my family pays a price, and I just have to be real careful about that stuff. It doesn't directly answer the question, but I think really learning to prioritize. Yeah. Real quickly, Holly's grandfather, I think I told you all this before. They farmed for, it was a 3rd-generation farm in Alabama. He passed away last year, but I'll never forget. We had these trees around the pond that were dead. And I was like, man, I got to get out there and take those trees down. He goes, yeah, you could do that, or Mother Nature will take them down for you. And I was like, there's so much wisdom in that simplicity. Is like, at some point, nature's going to do what it does. So at some point, just relax. So anyway,
Wade, what about you, brother?
Well, I'm I guess the newest one to this.
So you really made some mistakes, right?
Yeah. So mine starts around just purchasing the land that you're going to homestead on, right? We had all these kind of ideas about how that was going to go. And I don't know if anybody else is feeling it right now, but times are kind of tough at the moment. And land and anything like that is just kind of, I don't know how anyone can do that, right? I mean, unless it's given to you, like, willed to you from a family or something like that. I don't know how you purchase a piece of property that you can do something like this on today. And so we were watching Red Tool House with Troy.
Oh yeah, I love Troy. Had him on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and he had some great ideas about looking for land that was foreclosed on or something like that, in your county that they were selling off. And we and not only that, just me and my wife, we drove around looking for land that just someone hadn't taken care of, right? An old barn sitting on it that had halfway fallen over or something. And we used an app to find out who owned it, through the tax stuff. And then we'd send letters out, right? To see if we could, snag, something, but I mean, it was just, purchasing that land, it really is the toughest thing and the hardest thing. And it can really be a discouragement right now if you're trying to do this. So,
that's one thing too, that I think if I could give somebody advice, don't go for, if you can't afford the machinery to take care of the land you're buying, get less land and the right machines to take care of the land you're buying. And what I mean by that, like I'm wearing a Ventrac shirt, right? I bought my Ventrac. I bought it used, that 86 hours on it. And I'm telling you right now, that thing probably has saved my limbs, potentially my life on how hilly we are. And, buying that right piece of equipment, and I have, I bought it. Like that was not a sponsored item or anything like that. But like getting the right tool and having the ability to buy that, like Holly and I talked about it, we got it, and that has changed our life. So, rather than go out and buy 200-300 acres or 50 acres versus whatever, you got a budget in that thing for the right tools to take care of it. Southern Girl just said it too, get the tractor because you're going to need it. You may not think so, but you're going to need that machine to help you get your work done. We
had this similar conversation off camera with Lucas, and I said something along the lines that, I got my property and I got the T25 tractor, which is a good tractor. And I love it. It's still my favorite tractor. And once our farm is completely tamed, I have no doubt that I could keep my farm tamed with that tractor. But had I had it to do over again, I probably would have went back and bought the 474 first. You got to went with 474 and maybe went backwards. But then Lucas brought up the point, and I'll let you go ahead and take over the conversation from here, because this is where, it's a different way of looking at it.
Yeah. So definitely there's something to be said for, buying big enough, if you've got the money and the resources. But at the same time, I have the same problem as Wade. I've wanted land for ages, and I kept watching for something I could afford. And, I'm doing it myself. I didn't inherit anything. So I bought land that had a house that needed completely remodeled and everything else. And so I'm going into it with not a whole lot of money, but I had to have a tractor. I had to have a big enough mower to maintain what I've got. And I needed a backhoe because there were drainage issues and things like that on the property that needed taken care of. So I had to settle for a smaller tractor so that I could get one that would do all of those things, just slower. And right. I'm finally at the point where I've built up and got my finances in order to where I can take the next step and move on to something bigger. But, you got to go with what fits your budget.
Well, yeah, 100%.
I want to plug your channel real quick, because I've been watching Lucas. If you guys don't know, his Peak Hobby Farm. He has been doing a series where he's going out and testing all of the 25 horsepower tractors. And I think that's so useful, because listen, I'm sponsored by TYM. Joe's sponsored by TYM, but we realize that TYM is not the only tractor manufacturer out there, and there's a lot of good brands. And maybe in another brand, there might be a better tractor specifically suited for your needs. And that series that you're doing, Lucas, that is good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's because some of their different comforts too. That's helpful.
Well, absolutely. And you guys know I'm pretty new to running tractors, and so actually the video that came out today about the LS tractors, I was checking out a gear drive tractor, and when I climbed on it and made the video, was the very first time I had driven a gear drive tractor, and so I'm kind of just sharing my learning experiences, hoping that that'll help out some other people as we go through it.
That's what I always say on the show. I was like, or my channel, I was like, hey, this is how Tony does it. This is not a how-to channel. So this is just how Tony does it.
Yeah.
Man, they're all great tractors at this point. I mean, it's just
They
it's
really
getting
are.
the right piece of equipment and it's getting the right
Dealer.
tool for the job. And that the video I did, like the whole thing about it was that just I know that you want to settle. I know you want to get something inexpensive. I know you want to do it as quickly as possible. But almost all of us have bought the first tractor, and then we get to the point where like, I need to actually get the right tool for the job now.
Yeah. Oh, I've reached the point where I'm breaking stuff on mine. In fact, I haven't even shared this, but in the video,
because it's a Kubota, Lucas. That's why it's a Kubota. You can tell Brad I said that.
Now,
Take that, Brad.
right now, this Kubota has endured on Peaks Peak, but I put my forks on the 3-point because I couldn't pick up the log I needed to get on my mill, and I bent something, and so now my PTO lever won't engage. I just constantly I'm doing things that it's not meant to do.
Just get that plasma cutter out, man. Get that plasma cutter out and fix it. Just cut it out.
Hey, Lucas. So I watched your video earlier today, and you're talking about that shuttle shift, and so I've got a 654, and it's a power shuttle.
I've got a 654
so,
power shuttle.
But it's got a.
Sorry, man, I couldn't resist.
It's a geared tractor, okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you something. What you're doing, I would probably try to steer you away from that, from the geared. I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna work that gear. Yeah. You're gonna work that gear, and that could be something that you end up wearing out on that. Trying to put those logs, you're trying to ease up to that mill. You don't want to slam into it and stuff. And when I'm doing that on my tractor, I notice that I'm like, man, I really work that. I have to work that clutch a lot when I'm doing
clutch.
I've gotten that answer a lot. And one thing that I didn't know to look for, but one guy commented that he uses a gear drive tractor for some of the stuff that I'm doing, but his model has like a granny gear, a really low gear where he can move really slowly. And he said, if you're going to get one, you need to make sure that it has that. So that at least gives me more knowledge to go into it.
Well, if you get the 654, it has a creep gear on it. So there you go.
Yeah, Brad called me out. Brad said, "What brand's your skid steer, Joe?" I bought a Kubota skid steer. So
I seen it. I threw that up there. I must have missed it. Oh, there it is. There it is, right there.
Yeah. It's so the first time I met Brad, we were at the Equip Expo, and we messaged back and forth, and he had just had shoulder surgery, and I didn't know that.
Brad,
I'm kind of a bull. Yeah, I'm kind of a bull in a china shop. I went over. I was like, "What's up, man? How's it going?" He's like, "Oh, I was like, oh sorry, dude."
I swear, the exact same thing happened to me. I think I did it right in front of Lucas. He came over to the booth. And we were talking, and I'm the same way. I walked right up, and I just like right in the shoulder.
Yep.
And I was like, "Hey, buddy, it's good to see you," because it's the first time I ever met him in person. We've talked on the phone, and it's like first time I ever met him in person. I walked up and just slapped him right on the shoulder, and you could just see the wince in his face. But man, he took it. I'm telling you, he took it.
Oh yeah, he took it. Yeah. He's a man. He can do it.
Yeah, took every bit of it. Hey, I think we need to do a real quick giveaway.
We got to do the. Has everyone put the T2T in?
Yeah, T2T, hashtag T2T. Southern Girl just put it there. So make sure that you copy exactly what she put up. And that'll qualify you for tonight's giveaway. And again, the first one is the hat and this bag. It says got a little picture of the Bing Bang on the front of it. Let's see if I can get that. And then it says Defend Freedom on the back. And if you don't win it, you can get these at my store. Oh, I'm just saying.
I was joking around earlier, and I was going to say, yeah, I'm going to give away the keys to my TYM tractor today. And I was like, just the keys, not the tractor itself.
Yeah, just the key. We got an extra one, right? And then this is Tunnel to Tire bag. I want to give that away, and mainly because I want to shout out to the Tunnel Tire. I hope you guys would consider supporting the group because they really help veterans, and it means a lot to me. So we do that, and then Wade, show us what we got coming up next.
What do we got?
Vanna White.
So
tell a little story about it too.
So I do astrophotography. It's just a hobby of mine. I use telescopes to take deep sky images. So I have here, I'll show you like this right here, if you don't mind. So like this is the Sol Nebula. This is about 7,500 light years away from us, and so I took that out in Central Texas, and at a dark sky site. So that's
really cool, man.
Yeah, it's about 8 hours of stacked images. So about 8 hours of exposures there.
That's exactly what I was talking about in that verse I read when we started.
Mhm.
So yeah. So you know, and I you know, that's funny because I actually I go and I speak at different camps and stuff during like summer camps and I like church camps, and I go through this stuff with it, and it's funny because I'm from Louisiana, man. I went to Caddo Parish School. I'm telling you, I didn't. My education is laughable, and but you know, I didn't get into this until later in life. But I got teachers that call me and like, hey, could you come speak to my kids at school? And I'm like, I don't know if y'all really know who y'all were asking to do that. So,
I mean,
anyway.
I'm impressed. We said this at the beginning. I was like, well, we know who the smartest guy in the room is anyway.
That's right.
So anyway, so I'm into astrophotography, and there's a book that that I have that I'm gonna put in here. It's called Cosmic 3D Clouds. This is the book. And if you're a music fan, Brian May from Queen, the guitar player for Queen, he's one of the authors of the book. And it's just got a bunch of cool images in here, deep sky images and stuff. It gives you some information, and there's a few of them that are 3D. And I don't know how great this works, but it comes with a pair of 3D glasses in the back, and you know, just kind of supposed to,
That's
you know,
cool.
help it. But anyway, so little book there.
Some of our younger.
Let's give away the Tunnel to Towers one now, and then we'll do the book next.
Let me do my share screen. You know how I'm a technological, you know, guru.
Lucas, my next question for you is going to be: I see a banjo, an electric guitar, and an acoustic. How long have you been picking?
There we go.
Since I was about 8.
Somebody said y'all need to play together. I don't know if you know this, Lucas, but Joe was a very accomplished musician.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, Aerosmith opened for him.
What kind of music?
It was mostly rock music. You know what's funny about Aerosmith is that in Hollywood, Florida, there's a Hard Rock hotel that I went to one time, and I saw one of Steven Tyler's uniforms, and I stood next to it. It was entertaining to say the least.
Tiny.
Oh my gosh! I don't think I could put one of my legs in that thing.
Yeah, he's a small man.
He's a little dude.
He is like a Tom Cruise, you know, a tiny man.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, here we go. So to win this prize, not to take away from your conversation, but we're running low on time here. I'm going to push draw, and if you win, what I need you to do is go to Tony'sTractorAdventure.com. That's my website. There's a contact me page, and you'll send your address to where you want it to be sent, and I will send it to you. But you have to include your address. And I know Bob's laughing in the background because he sent me his email address, and I'm like, I can't send you that through the email. But anyway, he got me the right address, so I got it on the way. Let's see here. Was it Bob? No, it wasn't Bob. One of the other guys. I can't remember. Sorry, Bob. Let me call you out. Here we go.
Send it. Southern Girl.
Southern Girl. That's what I'm talking about. Southern Girl. She's here every week. Probably that's pretty awesome.
Perfect one to win.
Yeah.
And she's also made it very clear that the debate's in like 13 minutes and 74 seconds or 34 seconds.
Well, it's important to us all, I'm sure. It's you know, we've got a lot on the line here. So I appreciate that. And let me put that away for just a quick minute, and we'll leave it up there, and I'll come back to it. But Southern Girl just sent, you know the deal. Contact me page, and then on Tony'sTractorAdventure.com, and then just send me your address and your name and address. I guess I'll send it to Southern Girl too. That's fine. But one way or the other, just send me that information, and I'll get it shipped out to you pronto.
So, Lucas, what kind of music do you play?
Bluegrass. Actually, about 10 years ago was the end of my bluegrass band run. You know, I was in a group with about 5 other people, and we all had careers and families growing and everything. So we kind of gave it up. But for a while, we were hitting the festivals and, you know, had a real good time with it.
Very cool.
I wish I had talent.
We did too.
But y'all want to hear me sing? Let me tell you.
No.
We
Wade, what do you do? What's your hobby, Wade? Besides photography, I guess you told us.
So I'm a musician, a guitar player.
All right.
And
Okay.
guitar.
I mean, I just need to leave.
I always get all my hobbies are super expensive, man.
Oh man, brother, that's
guitars, guns, and cigars, man. They were just always just super expensive. And and then I got into astrophotography, and I thought, man, that I can't get into a more expensive hobby. And then I bought a tractor. And
then you know what expensive is, right?
And now I'm, every implement that I want is, $5-10 grand, and y'all won't stop showing Baumolite stuff on your channel. And, and my wife, every time one of them videos comes on, she looks at me out of the corner of her eye, like, don't you even think about it. So
that is some bad stuff.
Yeah,
like, it is. So it is the real deal.
Yeah,
I ran one of those mulchers at Brad's when I went down there this summer, and I was blown away.
Man, awesome. It is unreal those things will do. Which one did you run one on his on the?
Yeah, he had it on his L3901, and
same one that I got.
Thanks, beast.
Okay,
yeah, it's,
I mean,
unreal. I have beat mine to death. Now I've had it for 2 years, and I've never. I mean, obviously he's gonna go through teeth a lot quicker than me because of the sand. But
I've got a video coming out where I've actually used it. I mentioned it a while back in a video, but I used it to plant a food plot, and because it'll go about an inch and a half in the ground, the one that I have, and I'm actually running it. I was running off my 73 horsepower Coyote, but now I'm running it off the 55 horsepower TYM, and it runs it great. It's heavy. I mean, that thing is a freaking load for that thing to pick up in the back. It knows it's back there, but it runs it great, and that's a cool attachment. But so, Lucas, what, like, if you were to pick your dream tractor setup, like, what are you looking? Are you looking for a cab, no cab? Are you looking for?
I'm a no cab guy. Honestly, I've got really tight trails, and
I thought you were really smart until this conversation.
Amen, Lucas. Don't listen to him. He just don't know.
I don't do. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I've kind of always lived on a budget, and so I'm not soft. The sun's not going to hurt me. The heat's not going to hurt me. I'll be all right.
I'm soft, brother. I'm soft.
I just get my shots in. But no, seriously,
take it.
I don't do a whole lot of PTO work. I've got a 5-foot tiller that my BX runs, and that's as big as I need. So I'm not overly concerned about high horsepower. Now, if money wasn't an object, I probably would step into a 35 horse tractor or maybe 40. Something like that. But given finances, what I really need is lift capacity. So I can definitely get by with the 25 horse range tractor, as long as it's compact size and can pick up close to 2,000 pounds.
Man, that 474 is so close in price to that.
It is
2515, man. And
I ran that.
I've looked at them and they're sweet, but it's one of those things where you can always take the next step. I mean,
the 574 is really close to the 474.
I think if I was in the trees like you guys, though, like if I had the shade, I would totally understand the open station, because there's days that it's just beautiful and you just want to be in an open station tractor. But man, when you're in a hayfield or cutting, like, and the sun's just beating you, I am soft.
I think what he's saying, though, is
I have no pasture.
Yeah, I think what Lucas is saying the same as what me is if you get a cab tractor before the day's over, it will be an open stage tractor. It's gonna be an open.
I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
This is what I tell people is that if I'd have started doing this like in life early on, if I grew up doing that, man, I could probably hop onto a open cab or open station tractor. But man, I didn't. I started when I was 40 years old, and there ain't no way in 106 degrees I'm going to be on an open station tractor in Texas.
I'm with Bob. 7-8 hours in a field. You put a 15-foot batwing mower behind a tractor, and you mow for about 3 or 4 hours going 7 miles per hour. I mean, I've done it. Don't want to do it anymore. But now I have that 2515, which is awesome, and it's open station. So that's super fun when you're just kind of scooting around doing stuff.
Yeah, they all have their places, but hey, let's do a real quick giveaway on the next giveaway, because we are 5 minutes out, guys. We didn't get to talk to you, Lucas. We went down like every rabbit hole in the world. We need to come back.
Yeah.
You need to come back on a different day.
Yeah, we got to talk sawmills at some point.
Definitely. Let's just go ahead and say we're going to bring you back, because when we scheduled this, I can't believe that the presidential debate they were so rude to schedule it on our night. I mean, that's really, I'm very, they should have known it was on the calendar.
What we should have done is had the debate going and doing live commentary on all the nonsense that's.
Oh my goodness!
I ain't touching that.
All of our channels will be. We're shutting all of our channels down the next day.
And Joe is out. All right,
I'll stick to talking sawmill blades.
There you go.
All right, let's bring us another one up here. We're going to do a draw again. Here we go. Again, to win this one, same thing. You're going to send me on the contact page, Tony'sTractorAdventure.com. Go to the contact page. Send me your address and name and what you won, and I will get that information to you. And the reason I say tell me what you want is because we do this every week, and sometimes people don't send their stuff right away, and it's hard for me to keep up with it. So if you get the, if you don't get what you asked for, or you get what you asked for, but you won't get what you don't ask for, you might get something different. Anyway, mess that all up. Here we go. Y'all don't laugh at me. I'm on drugs. Got the old anti-inflammatories today. Dr.
Seuss. Okay.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you know Dr. Seuss?
Well, I
know the computer brand.
That's a motherboard company. Yeah.
Oh,
that's the brand of my monitor next to me here.
All right, let's get this off of here. So
Dr. Apple next winner.
All of our winter winners. Yeah. All of our winners will go to Tony'sTractorAdventure.com and go to the contact page. Send me your information. And I appreciate it. We'll get out quick as we can. Ta-da.
Lucas,
right,
we do have to have you back, and we'll talk sawmills, man, because I won't talk that time. I just want to learn.
Yeah. Hey, I'm really
all
interested
about the sawmill right now. So yeah.
Man, is it not addictive?
I just love it. Love it.
I will stay out there all the time if my wife would let me.
I milled the lumber and made the decorations for the wedding this past weekend. Made an arch, made a set of doors for the
that's
back of it.
Amazing.
Just
That's
had a blast.
There you go.
Where are you getting your lumber from? Just
Brad
the property,
said
or?
So I've harvested some of the trees in the area where I'm putting my wood yard, but then I don't know if you've noticed, but across the street, directly across the street from my house, is a log yard where they buy and store logs for a sawmill that's about 20 minutes away, half hour away. And there are some logs I can get from them if they're, rejects or seconds or whatever. And I can buy from
late
them.
at night.
I mean,
that's how he broke the arms on his BX.
Well, they put
across the street, midnight run,
running through the Dollar General parking lot with a walnut in the front of the BX.
I kid you not. They had somebody a couple of years ago sneak in there, got on their wheel loader, loaded up their trailer, and hauled some logs out of there. So they put up gates and locked everything up. It's crazy. Stealing big old logs.
And now the 3-point arms can't get the log up high enough to
That's right.
To get over. So
well, y'all we're losing, folks. So
time to go. Lucas, come back again. Let's
please.
talk another time. I feel like I've shorted you.
That's all good, man. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Wade, you passed the test, buddy.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
Good job.
Yeah, did a good job. Well, one of us taps out, and you have to fill in for us.
Giveaway.
Oh, her did it. Dr. Asus.
I got it. Oh, was that mine?
Yeah, that was yours.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the Tunnel of the Towers and the
hat together.
Went together. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Awesome.
I'll get you the address and we'll get this all taken care of.
Sweet.
And I appreciate you covering down for me. And
yeah.
Like I said, I appreciate it more, because it's one of those days, me or Joe's going to have to take a day off and do something.
Yeah. Well,
one of us is going to actually shoot a deer of sizable.
All right, logging off. Good to see you.
Hey, love y'all. All right, here we go. Appreciate you so much. Have a good night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much for watching.
God bless.
God bless you.